bothered.
That's not balanced very well. I'm really scared. Nobody make me laugh. Right. Nobody before me.
It's fine. We're not going to.
Let's just end it. Let's just end it now, and then the camera won't fall, and then we can save it for another week.
Did you say we were live?
Yes.
Have you redecorated?
No.
Who are you talking to, Steph?
Mike?
No, actually, Mike.
He's got a new duvet cover.
Is that what it is? It changes the whole room?
What you can't see now, Mike has gone into 4:3. When he's in widescreen, you can see the colour swatches on his wall.
Look at him giggling quietly to himself. It's amazing.
He's trying not to make a noise while giggling so his camera doesn't fall.
So his camera doesn't get scared.
Yeah. Oh, he's happy!
Mike's camera is like those little goats that get scared by loud noises and just go...
Pigeon
goats!
I love them.
Mike's desperately trying not to.
It's fine. If we oh, he was gonna take your headphones off then. He was like, nah. If we make him aware of if we make him aware of what's going on, I'm sure he'll definitely be okay with it. I believe in you, Mikey. Breathe
I
deeply.
hate you all.
Yeah, I know. This is like
I hate me too.
Oh. This is like Mikey's purgatory. I don't know what crimes he committed in a past life to render himself sat here.
Sorry.
Yeah, this is definitely my purgatory. Just like being forced to be on street whilst laughing at nothing. That doesn't give out like the vibes of a well-adjusted adult, does it?
Was that Jasper making that noise then?
Yeah.
I could just hear this like, wow, 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 wow.
Hang on. Don't be a dickhead now.
Oh.
I've looked. There's not even a pigeon there.
No.
He's just doing it at nothing.
Why does he sound like Yoshi?
Because it's a cackle, and apparently it's a sign of frustration. It's normally when they can see something they want to attack.
I do that a lot.
Yeah, same. But I'm looking, and there's not a. We are a birdless garden right now.
Hi, H.
That a lot.
H is in the house, everybody.
Hello.
She is. She's downstairs.
Stop it, Jasper.
Jasper special. Get him on.
Oh, that noise.
Hey, Mama Simon.
Mikey's been trying so hard not to giggle. He's got the hiccups.
I feel like one day Mikey's just going to go bang.
Mealing's there as well.
Yeah.
Yay!
So you're sharing a house with the Torrance and the Mealing tonight, Unwin.
A classic combination.
I'm going to go in the shed, mate.
They haven't even got a shed. He's going to build the shed first.
I'm going to build a shed.
I'm going to go build a shed. Be right back.
I thought for once I'd be a man, so I'm going to build a shed, put up a shelf, and sleep in it.
For once. You could have a hammock.
Are
I
you?
could have a hammock.
Are you going to be a man while wearing some nice femme clothes?
The best way.
Oh, you need to put up a shelf in heels.
No, because then
It would be a really high shelf.
Probably, I'd sit the heels up and be like, fuck.
The shelf is like 7 feet up the wall.
But then you'd always have to do your gardening in your stiletto heels.
Yeah.
Okay,
otherwise you can't-
So not only are you mowing the lawn, you're also creating little divots for the new grass seed.
It's actually a
Sorry.
really good idea.
Purpose.
Just looks like someone's played golf on your back lawn. Like,
Yeah.
You're making a little obstacle course for the worms.
I'm sorry, what they like?
They're like this.
Hello, Karen.
Hi, Karen.
Oh, it's amazing. There's still a slight delay on the stream. Look, she's been gone at least 15 seconds before you all say hi.
Oh.
living
Well,
in
we
some
can hear you,
weird
that's the main
void.
thing. That's what I call myself.
So, of course, friend of the show, Mr. Kemp, as we know, he can scrub up quite well when he tries to.
Oh,
And he will do. sorry, Steph. Can you just? No, I was more concerned with Steph's. Oh yeah. And
I
he
still need
will
to arrange to go out a night out on the town in Brum, fully femmed up with Rob, because that sounds like it'd be an absolute fucking hoot. Because I can see us beating someone to death.
Can I please write a play
Imagine
about
combined height.
Yes, you can.
that? And I'm fully aware as a cis man, this is completely my thing that I need to have an opinion on. Sarcasm button.
It's fine though,
Slash
because
S.
you get to play the I'm disabled card, so no one can criticise it. So it's fine.
How tall is Rob?
Well-
Like 6'7"?
He's 6'5" anyway, isn't he? I think.
how big's a
So-
door?
I'm just trying to work out, like, yeah,
Well, it's
6'5"'s a door, right?
When it's a jar.
Hey!
Yes, 6'5" is a door.
He's taller than a door.
Yeah, so
he's
I think
6'6",
he's more.
6'7".
I think he's 6'7", then plus heels. So your
Okay,
combined height would be like a
about
house.
12 and a half, about 13,
If you go
13 and a
out
half foot.
and there's some situation that ends up with one of you on the other one's shoulders, imagine how tall that would be. Imagine if you had to jump over a fence. You could jump over a fence that was like 10 feet high. I'm excited about it.
You know when
I
you
like
do
how
that.
we've gone from just perving on you pair in pen to practicality.
Practicalities of escaping from potential assailants, but over a wall that's really high.
Surely you
because
could
you're
just
really
throw
tall.
a shoe at them.
That's also
I've
true.
seen your shoe collection.
They are
Lee.
expensive though. I'm not wasting that.
Yeah, that's true. Not wasting a good
Depends
shoe
on-
But
on
also
Depends on the-
deadly weapons.
vibes.
Depends on the bluntness of the shoe, also.
You
And
don't need a
obviously-
blunt shoe,
and
just
of
the
the
left on the
assailant.
right angle.
Yeah.
I mean, what?
If you throw in a heel, like that's gonna get a different reaction, as if you like throw in a croc. or like
I have got.
I think I would be largely more offended if someone threw a crock at me.
I think that
Someone
is
threw
one
like
of
a
the most
booting.
offensive.
I'd be like, well, that's kind of, yeah, classy. Like, if
I've
someone
got,
threw
like,
a crock at me, I'd feel filthy.
I'm
I've got
struggling
some,
to think of a
3
more
inch-
offensive act than throwing a crock at someone.
Having sex with your dad in front of you whilst maintaining eye contact
No,
with you. It's like,
no, because that's not
and while
taking the
criticising
piss,
his
is
form.
it? Like if you throw a crock at someone, that's like saying you're not worth me throwing a real shoe at you.
Yeah.
Take this worthless shoe.
And then afterwards, never phones him back.
Oh, that
Hey.
changes the whole thing. Yeah, that's
Hey,
yeah.
Oh, shit, sorry, have I touched
Did
a
he
nerve?
not? Did they not buy him flowers
Hey.
after because?
my dad should get a call back, at least to be let down gently.
No, what I'll do is I'll tell him that the freezer needs defrosting. That's what I'll do to him.
Okay, that was below the belt.
Oh, hello, internet. This is the time. Can't
my
believe
God.
they allow us to
Sorry.
do this for free.
They don't
It's
allow
like,
us.
come on, we
They
got-
don't allow us. They just haven't realised we're doing it.
They just
haven't
haven't
worked
worked out numbers yet.
There's no payment or subsidy or like. Just turn up every week and say shit. And people are fine about it. This is mad.
Right. We're officially starting. There's the animation. Ask me if I've updated the animation.
Have you
Have
updated the
Have you
animation?
updated the animation,
Nope.
Dave?
Oh.
Boo.
Still quite impressive.
Dave.
Were you supposed to update the animation?
Yes, I was.
Right,
I
right.
He
totally
said he
forgot
might
about it.
do.
I was.
Yeah.
I had every intention of doing it and completely forgot.
I mean, if it helps, if Hannah's saying you forgot about it, I remembered we were doing this at 10 to 7.
Okay, it's stories from the
So-
smoke room. We've had about a month off for Easter, so we're coming back. Steph, why do you sound really ill?
Because children are horrible.
Fact.
Mm.
All children. All
And we have
children.
established
I didn't realise.
you don't learn to cough respectfully until you turn 18. Until
Yeah.
then, You do this. Go on and do the impression.
It looks so horrible.
So accurate. That's exactly what happened in my art lesson. And he was here.
Have you thought about getting them to draw coronavirus?
To be fair, we were drawing Baby Yoda, so like I was distracted. Otherwise, I think I'd have preempted the cough. But I was absolutely nailing a drawing of Baby Yoda. No. That Baby Yoda is brilliant. But I'm gonna find it because I took a picture. I was so fucking proud of my Baby Yoda.
You were so proud of your Baby Yoda. You sent it to our group chat.
Yeah, I did.
It was great.
Thank
To
you.
be honest, Steph, I know the main takeaway isn't supposed to be this, but arguably what I'm getting more interested by is you teaching art. Like,
I mean, it's a
Look at
fun
it.
concept of all. That's it.
That is adorable.
That is adorable.
that's
And also,
impressive.
today, because I had a kid who just didn't want to do anything, we did a pencil drawing of the Mandalorian. You're welcome, internet.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
That is solid.
Nice.
It's
That's
old
great.
uniform, not new uniform. Season 1.
His head looks like His head looks like the balls from Rocket League.
To be fair, he does look like
Am I playing it too much? Is that...
a little bit. I think so. Like just go outside.
do I need a
Like,
Everywhere he goes, he sees things out of Rocket League. That's all.
yeah. You know, if you're seeing Rocket League in the rest of the world, you're playing it too much.
It's a genuine psychological disorder, isn't it? If you play Tetris too much, your eyes get used to it and you start seeing Tetris everywhere.
I've had that with
And
games
you have
before.
dreams of it as well.
I played so much Metal Gear Solid 2 in my youth that I was in this room and I thought I like checked my radar. And it was like I could see
Wow.
it. Yeah.
And was there anything on the radar?
What?
Little blue
Loneliness.
blip, which means a Russian is going to come. So I had to get under that cardboard box pretty quick, let me tell you. I've had it with like 3 different games. Yeah, I played a lot of Diablo 2 as well.
I know you've had Red Dead, like, dreams.
I've had dreams. I've had dreams about Red Dead. Yeah. That I'm in it. But
Okay.
it's still like a game. It's not like a real. It's still like.
So
I'm in
somebody
it.
is controlling you in the dream.
Oh, I'm controlling me, but
It's
in the
first
game
time for everything.
landscape.
That's how we knew it was
Yeah.
a dream.
Yeah, things are still like. Yeah, but things are still
I
like,
have some
wait.
control over my life. This obviously isn't real.
This isn't real.
It's like, oh, this isn't how this goes down. Things were still labelled and stuff, but I was walking around.
Labelled?
Yeah,
Labelled?
you know, like when you pick up a
Things were
flower-
labelled.
Did I say it like that?
No, not so much at all. We didn't.
Sometimes I pick up accents without realizing. Yeah, but I had quite a few dreams about Red Dead. But when I was younger, I like what I now know to be hyper focused on computer games so much that I saw them in my actual vision. Doom was the first one it happened with. Played a lot of Doom. I was walking down the stairs and I thought I was like, oh, an ammo clip to pick up in front of me. But it was in my house.
Wasn't Doom like one of the first ones that you downloaded from like a server? And it was like,
You could download a load of like not DLC, but people who made like mods for it and stuff. You could
There
do
were
that.
Yeah.
cheat codes and stuff. Like you could put it on God mode so that you couldn't die and stuff like that.
Yeah, but people
I
made
watched
their
a
own maps
documentary
and stuff,
about
didn't
that.
Yeah, there was a map
Yeah,
released a
because
couple of
there's-
years ago that was you got to kill Margaret Thatcher.
Yeah, it was Margaret Thatcher theme. Yeah,
So it's like
yeah, she
it's
was
sort
all
of
the
like
monsters.
it's sort of like Little Big Planet without Stephen Fry. Is that what we're
Yeah,
saying?
it's like
Yeah.
a not
Right, okay.
wholesome version of Little Big Planet. Yeah.
Okay.
There's bound to be a Little Big Planet world somewhere where you kill Margaret Thatcher.
Oh, without a shadow of a
Yeah.
doubt.
And if there isn't, why not? Have I got to do everything internet? Have I?
Yeah. Am I in charge of everything, Mr. Internet? Am I?
Now, the Stories from the Smoke Room doesn't condone killing people unless
It's Margaret Thatcher.
Thatcher.
Unless it's Margaret Thatcher.
Because of what the best thing is, no matter what you wee or where you wee, because of the water cycle, it all ends up going down on Margaret Thatcher's grave, which is lovely.
What?
What?
Because of the water cycle, you have weed on Margaret Thatcher's grave. Well done.
What? Is she under the sea? What?
Because it comes.
because
Is
it
that
goes,
true, or is this
rain.
some unwin bullshit right now?
No, so rain. What?
What?
So you wheat it goes out to the sea once it's been treated, up into
Yeah.
clouds. What happens in
Yeah.
clouds?
Rain.
Rain on Margaret Thatcher's grave.
Precipitation.
But does that mean you've
Isn't it-
weed on every grave?
Yeah, sure, why not? But
Yeah,
specifically
but
hers.
like, if you're gonna focus on the one,
Mm,
And we are,
that's the one I
Yeah.
want. Yeah.
because she is terrible. And
Awful.
every time I have a bad day, I'm like, she's dead.
Yeah, like.
Also, as a side note, why is it we only ever use the word precipitation to describe rain in school?
I say it 4
Yeah.
times out of 5.
It's a good
Like-
word.
It's sort of a bit like the
I've never
scientific,
used it.
sort of a bit like the scientific equivalent of recorders. Seriously though, where have
Yeah.
Where are all the
What?
professional recorder players? That's all I want to know.
When I did band for 1448, I played my recorder for one song because it was
That doesn't count,
it-
does it?
it was like a Harry Potter rip-off, and so I played the Harry Potter tune but really badly. And I was laughing so much I couldn't do it because it was like.
Hannah
And
Platt.
Gemma was playing it on the trumpet, one semitone up from where I was playing it, so it sounded like the most discordant, and it was making me laugh so much. It was really funny.
So Hannah Platt, is your recorder to hand?
I don't actually know where it is.
She teases us, doesn't she, with these things? And then
Yeah.
she never
I've
delivers.
got my pack of glow sticks here.
Oh,
Can't play a ghosty.
That was my prize for winning a prize at 1448.
can we also have some love
you've
for Hannah
still not
Platz's jumper?
opened them?
My jumper.
Don't know.
Yeah, can we have some love for Hannah Platz's jumper, which, as was pointed out before we
PCA.
started the stream, looks like a 1980s TV ident.
Yeah, or like
On the weekend
like
television.
a VCR
Yeah,
cardboard
it's a
sleeve.
Scotch
Yeah.
tape cassette.
Yeah, I was going for
Adam and Hannah
The whole
look like
aesthetic
they're
is-
about to do a play day screen test from
Oh my
19...
god.
I need my
That would
dungarees
be
on for that.
great. Oh my god.
Adam, are your
Oh, right,
dungarees
go.
at hand?
No, they're downstairs on the sofa.
Oh.
Where they're probably watching the stream.
Adam, go
Yes,
downstairs and get on your sofa and get your dungarees.
But then I wouldn't be able to look at your beautiful face.
I thought it was down there, but it's
Well,
not.
That's as good an excuse as any.
there's plenty of it to go around in it. It's all good.
Well, he's got a lot of face, is what he's saying.
Don't know
well,
what that means, but I'm committed to the bit.
Right. It's been a month. How have we been? What's new? Anyone happy?
No.
Define happy.
Oh, don't start that, Mike.
Not crying at this precise
Well,
moment.
I've eaten an entire bar of Cookie Galaxy before coming
Fuck
on.
me,
That's
yeah.
pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
can I also point out Hannah Platt had an egg custard?
I had an egg custard before we came on. Yeah.
I've got some Aldi chili chocolate.
Morrison's.
I've just had dungarees thrown at me.
Nice, nice.
But I was moving my head at the time. I heard a noise and I was just like, oh, the ghost is back. The ghost I heard in that corner is back. And no, the ghost is giving me dungarees. Fungarees.
That's
Dungarees.
kind of ghost.
Are they made of mushrooms?
the dungarees ghost.
They should have been. I shouldn't have said no. Because then you did a joke. What I did there was broke the first rule of improv, which is be a white man. No, hang on. That's the second rule.
Yeah.
Wear a
improv.
checked shirt is the second rule.
I'll say we. 4/5 of us met up in a room.
Yeah.
Yes.
We did.
Yeah, we
That
did.
was fun.
Therapy.
It was group
was-
therapy.
It was
It
lovely.
was really nice, wasn't it? Yeah.
Me and Hannah Platt hugged for what felt like an eternity. It was
It was
wonderful.
Yeah. I was ready for it. That like when we were like, oh, should we go over to Wolverhampton then? And like, oh, I'm quite tired. And then me and Hannah were like, we will get a hug off Dave Pitt though. And it was like, yeah, we'll go then. Get in the car.
Question. Was I mentioned at the point?
Of course.
That's the reason I only went for you, Mikey.
Yeah.
Nice, feeling the love.
Of course. Yeah.
Can you feel the love?
What
I'm trying to do is put on dungarees without anyone noticing that I got my trousers off. So
I did something I'm never gonna do again on that night, and
because of the court order.
well, I took Mike down in the lift, and I'm not doing that again.
Yeah.
That's a euphemism, right?
For a man, can I just say, for a man who is associate artist at Arena Theatre, basically part of the firm, like Dave Pitt has a quote on the wall. For a man so involved, he has no idea where he's going.
Did you get lost?
I got downstairs.
No, Dave, that's a tech box.
I got downstairs in the lift with Mike. So me and Mike in the lift together. I mean, that was lovely.
I mean, it's as magical as you think it is.
The door's open. Mike reverses himself out. And I go, what way do we go? And he says, left. Now, bearing in mind, right, he's still reversing out of the lift. So left is that way, right? So I go, oh, that way.
No,
and he starts laughing, going, no, left. And I'm like, Mike, that's your left. And he went, no, the other left. And I'm like, what? You mean that's the wall, Mike? Right? And then the sneaky little bastard, right,
What?
turned around in his chair and went, my left. I'm like, it's your left now, Mike, because you've just turned round.
I thought you looked a bit harassed when you got down to the tills.
It took like 25 minutes to get down from should we go downstairs to
So I'm not going in that bloody lift ever again.
All I'll say is, writing plays doesn't necessarily mean you have to know where you're going.
Yes, I want that on a t-shirt.
Certainly not practically. Like in the world of the play, you have to know where you're going, but not actual. You don't have to have actual life skills in order to write good stories.
This is very true.
I've never claimed to have adequate life skills.
No one's accused you of it.
So
They're overrated.
last Tuesday, of course, I did a preview for my show, which is why we were all there, and Hannah Torrance was there as well, and it was lovely.
Very good.
You made people genuinely shit themselves with fear.
Yep. Can I just say the twist? Like, I've never rugby tackled anyone for obvious reasons, but when the twist came last Tuesday, I was close. I was ready to sacrifice myself and just scream no in his face.
I was also ready to sacrifice Mikey.
Throw Mikey at someone on stage.
Just no!
Access.
Hannah's in the chat in capital letters saying it was dead good. And
Oh,
it was. It was
thank
dead
you.
good.
It was dead good.
It was dead good.
My internet connection is a bit unstable, so who knows what's going to happen in the next 5 minutes.
Well, I mean, that's a metaphor.
That's not what I wanted to talk about. What I wanted to talk about was the fact that I was obviously very, very tired, because I'd spent like a week just fretting about it, and it was, and I'm like, okay, I can rest now. I'm going to have a week where I'm going to come home from the day job and I'm just going to rest. And then Thursday, so this was Tuesday, so Thursday, I get a phone call from Pam at Gazebo, who had applied for some funding and had only just found out that she got the funding. So needed a 1 hour play, writing and finishing by Friday coming up.
What?
What the
Dave! Oh
An
my
hour?
God.
Oh my
That's some
God.
serious David Hare shit going on, that is. What the hell? Like,
I finished it last night.
Have you done it?
what?
Oh my God.
You've got room for drafts, right? This is not the version.
32-page script written Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday, Sunday.
Oh,
Bloody hell.
my hands, my fingers are just cramping up thinking about it.
It was that where, like,
How
you know,
are you vertical?
right, but get this. Right, I'm always amazed that people don't realise what I do in play scripts. Like, you read any of my writing, it's very simple. I take you one way to bring you the other. You know,
taxi driver.
and I just I'm a crap taxi driver.
Like me the other night at Arena.
You turn left.
Yeah.
You only have to turn the other left.
Beautiful.
But it's based on the Mad Hatter's Tea Party.
Right.
Yeah. And it's also 70 years of the Black Country. So it's the Mad Hatter's Tea Party celebrating 70 years of the Black Country.
Oh my God, Dave.
And written into it is a proper Dave Pitt punch in the gut that I'm really, really fucking proud of.
Oh my God.
Dave,
if I feel...
Right.
People are going to cry.
People are going to cry.
If you make me feel, I will hunt you down, and I'm going to cry. I'm going to cry my saltiest tears onto your favourite cake.
I have spent a lot of time repressing these emotions, Dave.
So obviously, 70 years they're going through industry and music and food and grape haze. It's called Grape Haze and Bacon Shindig. It's the Mad Hatter's Grape Haze and Bacon Shindig as opposed to the Mad Hatter's Tea Party. Yeah, and there's orange chips, of course, and you know it's very nice.
Nice.
But it's like what happened in the last 70 years, and of course in the last 3 years we've had COVID. So the characters talk about COVID, and there's just a chair which no one references that's just got reserved written on it from the start, and this is right at the end. They get to this bit and they go, oh yeah, I miss my nan and granddad, and I miss this and I miss that. And the Queen of Hearts says, well, at least you all got through it. And the one character just goes, we didn't all get through it. Dodo didn't get through it. And just points to the chair.
Don't watch it now. Sweet.
And I was like, oh God.
I don't mean to bring you down, Dave.
This isn't even the play, and look at the reaction he's getting.
I wasn't ready.
I do admire your bravery in giving the plot away on the internet. But when
I know how many people are watching, Mike.
What I assume is before the any promo's gone out from Gazebo. I wish I could have your confidence. I don't tell family stuff for months because I'm scared someone from the Arts Council is going to come and do me in.
I mean, there's obviously more to it than that. I mean, that doesn't last an hour, does it?
Well, you just do that bit over and over again for an hour.
Do that for an hour, and hopefully everyone becomes desensitised to it.
And then the end is just like, it was all a dream.
Yeah. The end. And then Dave woke up in the shower.
Yeah, is the end just you coming out the shower? that would be hilarious. With a cowboy hat on, is it?
Yeah, that's exactly how
just a cowboy hat, nothing else.
Was that not the Who Shot?
Hannah Platts, would you stop? Would you stop seeing that in your head, please, Hannah Platts? I saw the way your eyes went. You were visualising it.
I'm just saying, I was trying to think program's called, and I couldn't remember because I wanted to make a good pun about it. Is it Alice?
Yes. Dave, you've seen Scanners, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I've got it.
Yeah, where
No,
the guy's
look.
head explodes.
Let's not start talking about films I've seen, because it turns out I haven't seen any fucking films since we've been doing this stupid quiz every day.
What? What?
No
Oh,
word.
so actually-
there's words.
Framed.
Yeah.
Ooh,
And
is there a new one? Because I've been
It's
doing
like-
Hurdle.
It's like a little
Framed-
shot from film.
Framed is basically you have to guess the snooker match from the position of the ball.
I put Steve Davis for every answer,
Yeah.
and one day it's going to be right.
That would be Mike's ultimate game, and
Yeah.
you just know he'd be
Right.
amazing at it. Oh yeah, that's Dennis Taylor v Ray Reid in 1976.
I'm not even gonna deny.
World Championship quarter-final, 7th frame.
Oh, I think Ray Reardon did win in 1976. Actually, were you there? Oh my god.
That was like the golden age of snooker, wasn't it, Mike? That was when all the
Yeah.
all the
The 80s
characters were
were.
there, like Ray
Like,
Reid and
Probably 78 to 95 for the
Terry
peak, but
Terry
peaks,
Butcher.
yeah.
No, it wasn't Terry Butcher, was it?
Terry Butcher. Yeah, he was there. He had a bandage on. His beautiful shirt was covered in blood.
Can we just have a moment to admire Steph's face?
I'm trying to do it.
Framed.wtf. Yeah.
I did
Those
the
are
Framed
cool.
today, okay,
Framed
because I'd
is
actually
juicier.
seen that film. But
I got one the other
a lot of
day.
the time, I've not seen.
I got one the other day in one.
Very nice.
Singular
I can't remember what it was.
sensation, every little step.
Was it?
Sorry.
Because I got 1917.
Oh, I'm gonna go for this one in one. Is it No Country for Old Men?
Okay, so Steph's literally doing it right now.
Type it in, Steph. Type it in.
Yeah, it took me 2.
Spoilers on screen for anybody watching.
It took me till Dave told me what it was. Because I had no
Normally,
clue.
I don't get them, or
And I'll
like
be honest,
I guess it from
That
like the
actor really
actors.
scares me.
Javier Bardem, yeah,
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
like his face.
It's
Yeah,
the
but
film.
I
like it.
It's
Yeah,
like
like-
William Dafoe. Like if him and William Dafoe were hiding underneath my bed, I would shit a brick.
Willem Dafoe.
they've got that
I can't
energy.
remember
It's
what,
Willem.
what
Villain energy.
I can't remember what film it was in, but like his character had his dick out, and they had to get a stunt guy in because Willem Dafoe's dick was unbelievably large. Like the test screening audience were like, that feels
That's-
like they faked
Yeah,
that.
that's not Willem Dafoe's dick, and it's like, no, it is, and they needed to get another dick in.
The test audiences
was
was so
smaller.
like, no, I refuse to believe that's a real person's penis. So that's the face everyone was doing. Someone suddenly is like, oh, it's not my bed, is it? Oh, what a shame.
Everyone was like, "Oh, Willem Dafoe."
Willem Dafoe.
Oh.
Oh,
Willem.
well, that's a lovely fact to take home with us today.
Well, it's like Will Smith in I Am Legend. They had to strap it to his leg for that shower scene, allegedly.
I haven't seen the film because it annoyed me too much because I loved the book so much, and I was like, "How dare you? How dare
It's
you?"
not a good book. Is
Uh,
it?
It is a
I
good.
read I
Richard
read it when I was
Matheson.
like,
No,
It's
it's
a
a
good
good book. Richard Matheson's
And
a
then,
fucking
in
like
the
genius.
shower
James Adam.
scene, in the shower scene, it kept like getting in the shot. Like I don't know, it was like, woo, like
just like, "Hi, I'm also here."
Was it like your cats, Steph?
It was like,
Yeah,
"No."
it was making noises like.
like spot the like spot the
yelling
ball.
at Chris Rock
like
to
spot
keep
the
his
ball.
voice.
Sorry, Mikey just under the radar went, is it like spot the ball competition? Fucking hell, Mikey, that's glorious.
Oh my god.
I'll just leave
Yeah.
that.
Right.
Big news
I've
with
also
me
been
actually
playing-
on films viewed this week.
Yeah.
I watched Taxi Driver for the first time.
The original
Oh,
Taxi Driver, because there's a new series
yeah,
that's come out now, isn't there? But
now it's on Netflix.
it is. It's
So
brilliant.
It's considered a classic, so I thought I've got to watch it.
And what did you think?
Jesus fucking Christ! Just think, men have got
Some
like
problems.
I didn't like
They do.
yeah
They do.
like
They do.
also the brazen the brazen ability of Martin Scorsese to just put himself in that film is mad. Like, yeah, that's what I'll do. Like,
It's a bit of a weird part as well, isn't it? This kind of
yeah,
that's my wife cheating on me.
yeah. Also, like it's like not that it should be, but from a narrative point of view, it's odd that that bit isn't nobody talks about it again. It's just an odd thing to put.
Apparently
inside
apparently the writer, when he wrote it, was like going out of his mind at the time and was living in those like shithole areas of New York.
I do think though, like that film is sort of saved a bit by that scene, because it's the thing that everyone remembers. Just Robert De Niro going, "You talking to me?"
The thing that always got me, and it might have been because I was studying film when I first watched it, was that shot after the bit at the end from the ceiling.
Yeah, look, that whole bit was like it left me on edge a lot of the time. Also, what I really like is the shot of when he's talking on the phone, and it pans out to the lifts. Like, he's confronted by his own existential loneliness. And also, what I realised was the dad from Everyone Loves Raymond, isn't it?
That's always great, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like when you're watching Saving Private Ryan and you're like, that's the guy out of Breaking Bad. It's Walter White. Just pops up for one scene and then disappears. We spotted ya.
I think it's one of those films. It's just like, I've seen it, just put it to bed.
I've got an acting job.
Ooh.
What?
I need to raise this with the group.
Okay.
Are you naked in it? Do we have to see you getting out of a shower with just a cowboy hat?
Just a cowboy hat on. Hannah
I've got
Platts, stop seeing it in your head. It's worse than that.
Do you have to play a racist?
It's worse than that.
Is it a sex
You have to
scene?
play a Tory.
I have to go over to Birmingham next week.
Oh, yeah, don't do it.
That is worse, yeah.
Now.
My character has to wear a villa top.
Sorry,
Oh,
Internet.
no.
Something came up then.
Yeah, go for it.
Make it better.
You getting paid?
Apparently, yeah.
Yeah, fucking do it, mate.
Are they the kind of maroon,
They're the maroon.
burgundy sort of colour?
They're not the
that
kind of. They're not
And
the
blue.
kind of maroon. They are the maroon.
Oh, maroon
They are the
and sort of blue.
Yeah.
God,
I'm
Hannah
quite proud of
Platts.
myself knowing that. I'm like, yeah, they are fucking maroon. Go
They are
me.
the maroon, unless we're talking about Burnley, then you know. they are
Or West Ham.
another or West Ham,
No, because they're claret and blue.
or Scunthorpe.
Yeah, Platts. Didn't think about Scunthorpe United, did you?
I think
No
about
one
Scunthorpe
has done,
United
it's amazing.
all the time. I just forgot that they played in maroon.
Anyone else starting to feel like the word maroon has
They
lost all
play in
meaning?
claret. It's in maroon.
Maroon.
Ironically, we've
Wait,
named
no.
5 teams. Ironically, we've named 5 teams that play in maroon.
See, the more people say maroon, I keep going maroon, maroon, maroon is on fire. But my brain has gone.
Is the maroon on fire? It's good, mate.
This is along with every time I adjust like the icons at the bottom of my taskbar, I sing pin to taskbar, pin to myself.
Yeah.
And it never gets not boring.
That's beautiful.
Do you think that's what Harold Pinter would think to himself?
Into taskbar.
You're all gonna do it now.
That is my fear. That is my fear. I spend all
Next
day
time
looking
you're
at
gonna catch
computer
yourself
screens.
doing it, and you're gonna curse my name.
Do you know I've been singing all week?
Joke's on you. I'm already dead inside. There's nothing you can curse me with.
What I fear is my first draft of that play for Pam was very, very good, but the second draft is just going to be full of people saying pin to taskbar. It's going to drive me slightly mad now.
Be a dance number and everyone's dressed as talking paperclips.
Oh my god. No. Great.
Just going, can I help you?
It looks
You look
like...
as if you're trying to write a play.
Yeah. Do you want
Would
some
you like
help?
some help?
Fucking annoying little
Keeping you up on you, in?
Yeah.
Yeah. you could wrap this up.
You've got your dungarees on?
No.
He's got his dungarees on for the past 20
I've had
minutes.
them on for a good long time, Dave. That's how sneaky I was at putting them on.
Ooh,
How did you
sneaky
put
sneak?
I'm so sneaky, getting naked and getting dressed again.
I was going to say, are you that sneaky getting naked? Do we just all of a sudden turn around
Yeah,
and you're just there with
on a night out, I'm the
you
one who
tackle
gets
out?
naked. Yeah. No, not tackle. That's uncouth. Fully balls out naked. Because then the police can't touch me, or rather, won't.
And just in case they want to, you smear yourself with margarine so they can't get a grip.
Yeah,
No,
butter, they'd be like,
they're
oh,
pack.
Yeah, come on.
No, because then butter, that's quite a desirable item. It's
You like-
back,
you
whereas
like
margarine, like, yeah.
You're like an improv Adama Traore.
Covered in
Oil.
oil.
Do you can you not say oil like that one?
Oil.
You
Oil.
you lot have been doing improv gigs as well. So what's happened with your improv gigs?
I played God again.
Yeah, I played Jesus twice in two different gigs.
This
In a
doesn't
week.
sound improv-y at all, does it? This looks like
No, this just sounds like I've got
I
a
just
complex.
Jesus. Yeah, we did a gig in
Were you in the
and one in
manger
Northampton and one in Birmingham.
you in the
We travelled all over the place, and it was very tiring.
It was rather, wasn't it?
So, can you answer Michael's question? Were you in the manger?
I didn't hear it. I was too busy being a
In the manger.
By
No.
manger, I mean Pret.
Bread of
No,
manger.
That's how you pronounce
Yeah,
it. isn't it?
No. I wasn't baby Jesus, I was buddy Jesus.
Oh,
Yeah. But Jesus.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, folks? I'm pretty chill. Want to do me?
Hey.
if that's
Yeah.
not your drag name, I have no idea what is.
Bloody Jesus.
How can it be improv when you've played Jesus twice? I mean, the
I didn't plan to play Jesus twice. It's just that somebody whose square is either that way or that way, I don't know, was playing God, and so I had to obviously hop in as Jesus. But in another
Obviously.
thing, somebody was playing a vicar, so I obviously had to jump in as Jesus.
A German vicar.
That's correct. We were at
So were
a
you a
German
German
Christmas
Jesus?
market. No, I think I
every
just played him
country
as
has
like
their own
an
Jesus.
every
Yeah.
every man. Yeah.
Just like Martin Freeman.
Much like Martin Freeman, yeah.
so what?
That is, as you know, that is my go-to persona.
So
when
what
I'm
is
playing
what is your Jesus stick then when you're doing your?
That's
I
called the
I
cross,
stood like
and
this
it's
the
really
whole
effective.
time. Yeah. Yeah.
So and go on. You know, let's.
Oh, but I mean, the situation is very specific, and when you like start to explain an improv gig to people who weren't there, it's like trying to tell someone a dream you had. Like it's batshit, and it doesn't make any sense. And like, if you were in the room, you'd be like, "Oh yeah," because like they were talking about biscuits earlier, but like. But like trying to describe it now is like
I'm sorry,
I don't
but...
actually know how. Well, the reason that we were on stage as God and Jesus was because the other person was playing the Son, and he was playing the Son because we were in a building where I was cleaner in the scene before, and the other cleaner said, "Oh, where have you been? You've been on 22," and I'm like, "Oh yeah, I've been up there. It's amazing." And he's like, "Describe it to me." And I said, "It's okay. Imagine glass," and then Adam. The floor 22 and I'm so hot and then someone else was playing the Sun, and then so that all of that happened, but like me trying to describe it now sounds awful, but in the moment it was funny. I promise.
See why it's not mainstream.
I had a great time. So I don't know what anyone else thought.
Fuck
of it,
everybody
but I
else.
was having a wonderful
You had a great time.
Yeah.
The best thing about that gig was that Hannah.
There was only 3 of us doing 40 minutes, which is quite a lot.
Yeah, which at one point Hannah was overcome by emotion, just sat on the floor giggling to herself.
She lay on the ground for a bit.
Just had a little lay down and laughed to herself quietly. While me and Kira would go, "Okay, we'll do the scene."
I was playing a biscuit in my defence. He said a biscuit fell off a plate, so I became the biscuit, and then that was such a funny image in my mind that I just lay on the floor laughing instead of doing anything.
Fig roll.
Yeah, what kind of biscuit?
Chocolate digestive.
Nice.
King of biscuits. Yeah.
Solid choice.
Did you embrace the role?
Yeah. I mean, I mainly laughed and then sat up at the end and went, "Oh, crumbs." And Adam's still angry at me about it because I was so proud of myself.
It's because
never be angry about a pun.
It's because you went, "Oh, crumbs," and then just patting yourself and giggling.
That was all I had for the whole scene. Oh, crumbs.
Tom Allsop's in the house, everyone. Hello, Tom Allsop.
Oh, love that man. Speaking of crumbs, can we all talk about Hugh Edwards' breakfast, please?
Yes, we can. Love that man.
Oh, Hugh's lovely croissant, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
Did you not see this, Dave?
I've been writing a 1 hour plane 3 days. I mean, come on.
What?
It was when all the council election results were coming in.
Mm.
So it was like 5:30 in the morning or something. And they'd cut across to the man doing the like, and these are the numbers of the different like places. And it cut back to Hugh and he was like, "I'm going to level with you. I just had a bite of croissant there. I'm very embarrassed." And he was like, "I'm just going to finish it." And you see him having a little chew on his pastry.
Have you seen the Sky Sports one where they cut back to someone earlier and he's got like a panosciotto in a plate and just puts his hand in front of it so you can't see it. It's just,
and some news is happening now.
With the news that he's leaving or left, I do remember watching Soccer Saturday the one day. Not soccer, Sky Sports thing. And every time they cut to Chris Kamara, he was wearing a different hat, and he made no reference to it.
Oh my
they
God,
just cut to him and he had a different hat on. And but by 20-5, I could not fucking breathe. It was like, we're going to go to Chris Kamara, and he'd just be standing there smiling in a completely different hat, and I could not breathe.
Get that many hats.
Yeah.
there's been a sending off, Jeff.
Oh,
I don't.
Yeah.
Has there?
There's been a sending off, Chris. I don't know, Jeff. Oh,
it was subbed.
What a man! What a man!
I love the fact that he has pre-planned this and then turned up to wherever he's like doing commentary from with a massive bag of cash.
Yes.
And like everyone filming him is like,
what are they for? And he's like,
no
reason.
Just go with it.
Just
go with it.
He's just a normal man.
Just a normal man.
Just
an innocent man.
Innocent man.
Just a normal man. Oh, God. I don't
Platts
think about that way.
Platts has discovered that is the quickest way to get her to laugh. It's just go.
Because I literally watched it like maybe 15 times and then I sent it to Adam. And then we had a gig that night and the whole way down I was laughing about it in the car still like, no, we're just normal men. And then the first scene on the first bit of the gig, he was like, I'm here with Kenneth Normal Man. It's like pointing at me. And I was like, I was trying not to laugh so hard I couldn't say any words, so I just angrily mimed spooning some jam and eating it while I stared at him like.
That wasn't the spooning I had.
Okay, everybody be quiet. Everybody be quiet. Michael?
What?
Spooning,
What?
Michael? Michael spooning?
I think he did it.
Oh.
Oh no, we've lost our rhythm and banter.
We never had it.
Yeah,
That's very true. We have never had it.
I just long for structure at this point.
Now,
Being honest.
so improv gigs, are they very much like this show in that the people taking part in them are enjoying them far more than the people watching?
I'm going to say,
that's
for the
not the
first time in a
aim.
long time, no.
Yeah.
We had 3 really, really strong gigs back to back. Like really,
we've
the
actually
whole
done
night was
that.
really good.
Yeah.
And we've done one gig to a crowd of not improvisers.
Yeah. That was
Oh.
like a whole thing because normally like you go to places and it's like the other improvisers are basically the audience.
it's
it's
like a poetry gig.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
like
you
you've
think
already kind of half won because they already are like, I like improv and these people are doing improv, so I'm going to enjoy it. Whereas, yeah, when we did it to like a group of normal people, and they liked it.
Was it a corporate thing?
Young people. Well, we did the thing at Rough Draft, right, Adam?
Yes.
And it was like young people came.
See, that wasn't even the gig I was talking about, but yeah, we did it twice. Then.
Wait, which one were you talking about?
Northampton, there was muggles in the crowd. Like there was
Oh, yeah,
almost
that's
the entire
yeah,
audience
that's
was
in the crowd.
Yeah.
the
Oh,
entire audience was
that's the first time anyone mentioned the word Northampton and muggles in the same sentence.
Yeah, it was like a lot of people from who were just in the pub and were like, "Oh yeah, we'll come and watch a thing."
And a group.
And so sometimes that can be like danger, can't it? Because it's like, oh no, it's going to be like that gig we did at the Rugby Club where there was just too many wouldn't stop shouting dildo.
That was. They were the wittiest men I've ever seen.
So witty. I told them so as well to their faces.
Witty.
I was like, oh, have you got it out your system now? Oh, it's adorable. I like to do that to them.
Did you get big cheer? I hope so.
Did I what?
Did you get a big cheer? I hope so.
It was quite raucous, that gig, wasn't it, in the Rugby Club?
That's a
Quite a lot of
surprise,
people
isn't
there.
it?
Quite a lot of
That's
drunk
surprising.
people. Yeah.
Did Adam start by going, "Don't worry, I am one of you"?
No,
I too have seen
Oh,
this.
you made that joke, didn't you, about...
I made a joke about Scotland having wooden spoons, having one like fuck all, knowing full well that Rugby Club had 2 people from it go join the Scotland team.
Behind us on the wall were the signed Scotland shirts of these players.
I did not like them. I was like, fuck you and your shitty players.
Yeah, and he made like at least 2, I think.
I think I made 3 references to it, and I fucking loved it.
It's the only gig where I've had to go, can anyone give me a suggestion? Not you! And I point to someone's face. Because there was someone who just kept being like, "Oh, vaginas" or whatever, and it's like, do you think you're the first person to shout dildo at me this week, even? Because you're not.
Dildos.
Like,
I might mention this before.
There's always dildos or gynecologists or strippers every time, and it's like, oh, do you think you're really clever? That's what I like to do to them then. Oh, baby said his first word. Oh, look at him.
I may have mentioned this before, and apologies if I have. I was once doing some, it was like presenting work for Worcestershire Film Festival.
Ooh.
And they were running the entire festival off Apple Macs. And the problem with that is you always need a dongle, didn't you?
Oh,
Because
yeah.
they've never got an HDMI port. Yeah. And of course, it's Sunday morning, and the person who's got the dongle hasn't turned up yet.
Oh, God.
And they're supposed to be showing this film, which is a documentary that someone had made about Worcestershire City Football Club. I can't say that. And the fact that they were losing their ground.
Oh, that's quite serious.
And there's
you can't
like,
improvise your way out of that one.
There's like 50 football fans in the Hive in Worcester waiting for this film, which obviously can't play because no one's got the dongle. I get a phone call as I'm driving in from the guy who's running the festival going, "How far away are you?" And I'm like, "About 5 minutes." He's like, "Can you get there as soon as possible? Because they think it's going to kick off." I'm like, "What?" And I got there, and basically what had happened, you got 50 football fans all taking the piss, because that's what they do, out the fact that the film can't start. But the person who's there tech-opping it is this really nice middle-class guy from, like, Stow on the Wold. Never been to a football match in his life and doesn't understand the culture. And he's like, "Oh, they're going to beat me up." And I just walked in, looked at all the football fans, looked at this kid, and I just went, "They're my people. I'll deal with this."
Aww.
Had a fucking whale of a time. Spent about 20 minutes just ripping the piss out of each other. They were just abusing me. I was abusing them. It was wonderful. To the point, like, right at the end.
Sounds like one of my physiotherapy sessions.
Quite a sad film about the fact that they could lose their ground. They could lose their club. And I was like, "Yeah, I hope you do. You're all shit." But they were all like, "Yeah."
They were like, "Finally, a worthy opponent." Yes.
Are they all right? I can't say.
I can't say it, Mike. There's too many S sounds.
It's Worcester City.
They're all right at that Worcester City Football Club.
I think they did survive for a bit, but I think they're like Coventry are at the minute, because Coventry are kind of like not got their ground.
Talking about surviving, McColl's have been brought out. Way. I mean, you laugh, but I tell you, that place kept the cast and crew of Curbs going for at least 6 weeks. Tell you.
Yeah, to be fair.
Pop to the McCalls.
God loves a meal deal.
God does love a meal deal.
Yeah. Doesn't he just? I've got a question for you.
Oh.
It's quite a serious question, this. I was doing Yes We Can't last night, which is the poetry gig that we do.
Oh, yes.
And I was emceeing it. And we had a transgender act on.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, representation.
And Perseus mentioned something at the start, but it was something that I'd already been fighting with. And it's the fact that I keep going, "Ladies and gentlemen."
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. The correct answer to this is, "Sup, cunts."
Right, here's the problem though, Adam. There's not enough syllables.
Oh, howdy, y'all.
Everyone is an option.
Sup, folks?
Yeah, I because I've done it for so long, it's become like
it's ingrained. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm really trying not to say it.
Guys, gals, and non-binary pals. That's what some TikTok says.
Gang.
I still think my first is the best.
What's up, cunts?
Yeah.
If you'd have just turned around then, looked at the cat and gone, sup, cunt.
No, she's perfect. Come say hello. Don't attack my... Oh, she's in my brandy. Get off my...
It's baby Ric Flair!
I've got cramp in my foot, so I'm just going to stand up. But I can still hear you. This is really crazy.
No, you're not.
Cat in the brandy sounds like a Dr. Zeus rewrite. And then cramp in my foot sounds like...
Don't feed the cat brandy, Adam.
Why not?
I don't know. It just feels like a bad idea.
This is how we get kicked off Twitch.
Before. I've had it because I was going to say I got drunk before. He equals hit by a car quite young. So probably because he was drunk driving or something stupid. Like my old cat Howie, on his first Christmas, he went around and we all thought it was really funny because he really liked cider. And we're all dipping our fingers in cider and giving it to him, and like Bucks Fizzy really enjoyed it as well. And then later on, he was full on stumbling.
Isn't it
drunk?
Like, because you know you're not supposed to give dogs chocolate, are you?
Yeah.
Right.
Isn't that a thing? You're not supposed to give dogs
chocolate?
Chocolate?
Dogs, because chocolate is a poison.
Yeah.
Because it's a poison for us, isn't it?
Yeah. You just have to eat a certain amount. Everything's a poison for us if we eat a certain amount of it, but yeah.
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 Bit like podcasts.
And water.
That's why we took a break, Mike.
Way.
So I thought alcohol was one of those things that was like, if you gave that to like dogs and cats, it kind of was a no-no.
It's like it has the same effect as people. You have to be like a sensible with it, and not be a prick.
You know, apparently there's alcoholic bees. Have you heard of that one?
Hang on, are the bees alcoholic, or do you eat them and get drunk?
No, there are alcoholic bees.
That's not answered my question.
There are bees who...
There are bees that suffer with alcoholism.
Yeah. They get...
Okay, thank you.
They get a taste for fermented fruit. And they get pissed. And they go back to the hive and they cause trouble. And apparently there are Dorman bees that sting them to death, basically.
That's pretty fun.
I'm just sad for a different reason.
Why are you sad?
Because there's bees with a drinking problem, and then they go back to the hive and no one wants them, and it's a problem. There's a lack of funding in the bee council. Like, they're just pariahs in society. Like, oh.
You're right. I would ask you if you wanted a hug, but I feel like that maybe
no.
Steph never wants a hug.
To be okay.
Steph never wants a hug.
No.
Never has, never will do.
My life could be falling apart, and someone would go, you know, the thing that will fix it is physical contact. And let it crumble.
You know what you got to do when your life falls apart, Steph? You gotta dance to Joy Division. That's what you got to do.
It feels like a lot of effort.
Celebrate the irony.
No, what you're going to do when your life falls apart is you're going to become a middle-aged man and just spend all your time at garden centres and then go, ooh, a cafe.
I did go to a garden centre yesterday and a cafe.
You said you'd done nothing.
I quite like a garden centre.
Ever since we've gone off air, you said you'd done nothing. And I didn't.
No, I didn't say that. I said I've done nothing internet worthy or nothing I'm willing to discuss on the internet. Yeah, like.
Oh, she's taking a lot of dick.
Come on.
Haven't we all?
Exactly that. Exactly that.
No, I think
Hold on.
sorry,
Hold
I realise this is nowhere near as exciting to everyone else as it is to me.
Are you about to announce you've taken a lot of dick in the last month?
What I have done is discovered the delights of county cricket commentary on the radio.
Yes.
Oh my God!
Which many would argue is much better. Yeah.
Like, I
Depends on the
can't
dick.
describe.
Can I vote for more conversations about the dick?
Sure.
No.
We're talking about county cricket.
Which arguably is sort of the same thing.
Dicky Bird.
How did we get? Hold on. How did we get from taking all the dick to county cricket? That was like
Because Mike desperately tried to change the topic like the angel that he is.
It rhymes. Poetry. County cricket.
Yeah, it rhymes.
Now imagine, right? So county cricket commentary is basically imagine one of my plays, but even tweer.
Aww.
Like imagine waiting for Godot with cake. That is essentially.
I had a great day with Mikey where we watched listening to the Somerset versus Surrey. Yeah. And he just go, "Did you hear that?" It was every time they were talking about like people who vacuum their like 3G gardens and shit like this.
No, it was when he went. I once helped Frank Bruno creosote.
What? Wait.
No, Mike, we're gonna wait until you can say it properly, Mike.
Yeah.
Because
that's so mean.
So I got.
I heard Frank Bruno, and then I think I heard creosote.
I got this message from Mikey. Gotta love Archer's chat, and people wonder why cricket isn't attracting young audiences. Then from Mikey, it's completely mad. And this sentence without context: did you hear the creosote chat?
What?
And can I read your next sentence, Mike? Because it was the best thing I've ever received. And I received it just before midday on like a weekday. I did no work the rest of the day because I was laughing so hard. It was just, your man explained how he once helped Frank Bruno creosote his barn. And then you didn't explain a thing.
That was all it was. Like, often it's, that's because like you can't actually take like a day's worth of county cricket talking about cricket. Because why would you?
Yeah. Because there's not a lot going on in the in-between bits, right?
I mean, it's just so like I can only listen to it in increments because otherwise, you think why? Like, there's so much Archer's chat.
Especially as it was the Surrey game, and the commentators had all their mics pointed to themselves, but like the mics around the pitch were just for some reason pointed at a nearby like sports centre. So
oh my god, that was so
all you could hear like children playing in a swimming pool.
Oh my god!
For 4 days.
For 4 days.
It was like
nobody listened to it and went, "Hey, do you know what, Jeff? We could go and spin them mics round like 180."
Occasionally, like, oh, there's the kids again, and that was it. It just
it would be like, oh,
they just accepted it as
have
part of
gone
the
home.
whole experience.
Yeah.
The kids have gone home now. Turns out it was a school trip.
I'd have thought Frank Bruno had enough money to get someone else to creosote his fence.
His barn.
Yeah.
Oh, his barn? Yeah, his
Whole
barn.
Yeah, whole barn.
The guy's got fence money. We just don't know if he's got barn money.
I think the context of it was the guy in the cricket was doing an interview with Frank Bruno. Frank Bruno was
and
like,
Frank Bruno made him do the barn.
Yeah, and this
Well,
guy was
you
While
like,
we chat,
that barn needs
keep
finishing.
your hands busy.
this guy was like, actually, you're creosoting that wrong. You're going you're going horizontally when you should be going vertically. And Frank Bruno was like, I'll give you your interview if you help me creosote. That was the concept. That was the context.
Or was it just like a British version of Karate Kid?
Creosote on, creosote
Well,
on.
Or was it your typical, if I do this badly, someone else will come along and do it for me? Because I do that a lot. Like, I can't do this. Oh, okay, you do it for me. Yeah.
I'm just finding more examples of me and Mikey being confused by the commentary, and this sentence is glorious. I'm fed up of hearing about Reece Topley's dad's septic toe. This is the commentary of a cricket game.
That was another one. This one was just like, well, I spent my lunch break talking to Reece Topley's dad. He's not very well. He's got a bad toe. Apparently, he's got a bit of this.
How boring is cricket? If you're going to start talking about toes.
The woman commentator just sounded like a character from Deadbringers. She sounded like a parody. It was ridiculous. And then
there was one Six Nations game, and it was when Eddie Butler wasn't commenting. It was the Scottish guy, and there was just this one bit where it felt really random that he was like, I can't remember which player it was, but so it was like, Jonathan Davis there, of course, whose father hails from Rill. And it's like, why was that the fact that you picked in that moment? And it stuck with me this whole time.
I don't think it's going to
Father
stick with me the
hails
whole
from
time.
Rill. And every time I see him now, I'm like, of course, his father hails from Rill.
Mikey sent me this message, and it's the greatest thing I've ever received. I'm not a fan of the phrase "mow the crease."
Yes, same. I don't know what I don't like with that.
Sorry. Was that Mikey saying that he's not a fan, or was Mikey quoting someone else saying it?
No, I was quoting you one night. You said how
you were. Yes, you were.
You said how green the pitch was, like with grass.
Yeah,
that's what happens. Sometimes in cricket is grass grows, and then it can seam, and then the ball can do all sorts, and that's the sort of geometry of cricket for you. And then Adam was like, "Look how much grass is on the pitch. You could mow the crease." I was like, I don't like that.
We had a wild time in our off season.
Oh.
Yeah.
I love that you were also having a cricket commentator-like conversation simultaneously with the commentators having their like.
You should have been there for the snooker. We had a ball.
Yeah.
That's not even the best thing the cricket commentators have said since the start of the season. The first game of the season that I watched, I think it might have been the Somerset Surrey game, maybe, or the Somerset Essex. That was what it was. And the fire alarm goes off, and you hear it in the background, in the ground, and then they come over the commentary going, sorry about this, but you can probably hear the fire alarm. We're gonna have to leave because we're not sure whether it's a drill.
Oh my God. They're just like, right, sorry everyone, bye then. I guess that's it.
I love the idea that there is still a sport that is yet to not be completely sucked into capitalism.
It's county cricket. It's yeah.
Like, and people say county cricket is dead. It's not. People just don't go for the cricket. You go
it's a
for
sport
the
allergic to making money.
You enjoyed the commentary. Okay, I appreciate that.
Adored it.
Does that mean you'd go to the game now? Because surely, if you go to the game, you can't hear the commentary. Or is everyone? Is everyone? Is it like that guy that used to go to the football games on a Saturday afternoon with his little transistor radio?
With a boom box on his shoulder.
No, there was always a guy who got a bit of snot coming down his nose, and he was. and he
No,
got a
Dave,
transition.
you can't say that. It might have just been a cold day. You can't
got
say
a-
that.
Yeah, it
Got
might have just
transition.
been the ambient temperature, Dave.
It was.
It might have been hay fever.
Yeah, it could have been allergy
judgmental
season.
bitch.
Yeah,
Dave.
heartless
It was
bastard.
the whole season, and he had a little transistor radio. to
People
his
can't
ear.
have allergies.
There's a lot in a football stadium,
Yeah.
Dave.
Pollen.
What if it's the pollen?
What if it's
Dave?
grass pollen? What if he's
Yeah.
allergic to grass pollen and you're being judgy?
This was at
What if he's
Darlaston
allergic to
Town.
pies, Dave?
This was at
What, they
Darlaston.
don't have grass in Darlaston?
Well,
Have you never
To be
been?
fair, I can believe that.
No.
Darlaston Town was infamous for its slope.
A lot.
I don't mean.
actually, a lot
Okay,
like-
okay.
Actually, a lot like Lord.
Let me
Much
correct
like the
that.
Theatre Royal Haymarket.
When I say
great.
when I say Darlaston Town, I don't mean Darlaston. I mean the football club, Darlaston Town.
The whole town was built.
The whole town was. Darlaston Town
Snooker
FC.
tournaments for a nightmare.
Darlaston Town FC was like that. You could stand at one end of the pitch, and where the stadium was, which was just a shed, it was like 5 foot high at one end, and then touching the ground at the other.
Does that not give you a material advantage?
Yeah, but you switch ends, don't you, at half time? So
I suppose, but like if you're the second half and you're going downhill, you're a bit tired. You're like, oh, I've got a bit of a thing now.
yeah, well, yeah. I
If you're playing
mean,
for Darlaston Town, you ain't the best, so you're probably blowing out of your arse by half time.
Yeah.
Regardless
You know,
of
they
which
haven't got the
direction you're
time
running.
for the
Can I
physical
just
fitness
point
of a
out,
full-time professional athlete.
in the heyday, Darlaston Town, their key striker was Dean Walters, and Dean Walters used to play at Telford, and his strike partner at Telford was one Steve Bull.
Ooh.
I've also worked with people who are now really good. I'm
Steve Bull. Steve played for England. I don't have a clue.
One
Dean Walters
time.
is.
Dean
Any
Walters
relation to
should have played for England.
I have seen a football player.
Who was it?
Does it mean we're on the same level though?
I played football once.
Yeah.
That is something
In the
I'd like
park.
to have seen. We still need to get you to a game, Hannah Platts.
Yes. We've got to do
I've
a field report on the football.
A vlog.
We don't
Yeah.
exactly
Hannah
need the
will be
wall. Like,
our very own Cammy.
Yeah, but I
Can
won.
we-
I won
can
the
we
send
send
you to
series.
Colville
I
Town?
won a pint and a pie and all of that stuff that you
Wait.
said about Cobbs.
Can we send you to Colville Town, like a load of really shit ones,
No.
and then Wolves? So you can be like, oh, this is terrible. Hey, Wolves is nice.
Well,
Yeah.
I don't even know
bad
if
guys.
Colville
Yeah.
Town's
So
still
say
big.
Wolves are
Yeah.
good.
It does.
I think they built houses on where because they used to have the football club, the old miners' welfare, round the back. That was their clubhouse, and they had like a bit of scrap land out the back, miners, and they used to play. But I think they've built houses like every bit of land round here.
Colville Town.
So I don't know if Colville play still.
There used to be
Yeah, you still play.
there used to be a
that's
football
not
team.
off a point.
There used to be a football team called Willing All Early Closers.
Aww.
And they
Is
were-
that 'cause
The
by half
other one
time
near
they
us
wouldn't
was
have
Sheffield
it, and
Sheffield
that's why.
Dynamo.
No, it's because they all trained on like a Thursday afternoon
On
or
a
whenever
Wednesday
it was.
when it was
Yeah,
half day
when
closing.
it was half day closing at Willing All.
Yeah, we had
Oh.
stage, yeah.
I thought that's really cute.
That's nice.
Willing All
They
Early
play at Owen Street in Colville.
Owen Street was the street that was bombed in the war. I'll have you know.
Where everyone
Our one bomb.
It's
Yes,
next to
Bob-
They
Snipston.
got lost trying to get back from Coventry, and they were like, "Well, we might as well drop it now." So they just dropped it anywhere in the middle of nowhere, and it was Colville.
It's next to Snipston Garage or Snipston Grange Autos. You're welcome.
That's quite.
You can take your little truck.
That's quite the.
Take
That's
me
quite the mouthful.
a little truck.
Snipston's. What?
Shall I show you my little thing? Right, here's a game. Right. If you could imagine a thing that Adam would do while drunk late at night.
Okay.
Feed a fox a kebab.
What would that thing be? Okay, yeah, we know.
Steph, I was going to say seduce a fox. That
Yeah.
must be
I didn't
weird.
fuck with fox.
I must
You
have
didn't have it.
Only
and they got it
because
straight
it
off.
was only because the fox turned you down.
Didn't give consent.
Yeah, that's
No.
more important.
That was
It's a
the
Friday night.
first episode ever, that was.
You're Adam Unwin and you've been out for some bevies. What a nice time. You come
Been out
home
for
and you
some
think,
bevies.
oh, what am I going to do?
I hadn't come out. I was still in the pub.
Oh, I didn't
Play
know that.
knock a door.
Okay.
Play knock a door run with canal barges.
I feel like Adam's.
I'm gonna. That sounds great fun. Oh, just unmoor them. Push it.
That's so mean.
No.
I'll do knock door run. I'll do knock door run.
No, Emma Perso said that used to happen all the time. That you'd moor up at certain places, and you'd wake up next morning, you'd be the other side of the canal because the drunks had just come along and
The
unmoored
danger
you.
is if there's a sort of current that takes the end round and you're blocking the whole thing like Crossway.
Oh, and you've all paused. That's the internet gone.
No, you've not got it yet.
Oh,
I
okay.
feel like
You all
maybe
hold on. You all paused then. So there was obviously a problem with my internet, and you've just come back. So
Okay.
whatever you were saying, say it again.
I basically said that you hadn't guessed right.
Okay. Did you come home and order off eBay?
No, not off eBay.
No,
Amazon.
that's down the right avenue.
Off Wish.
We're drunk ordering off Wish.
AliExpress.
Shein.
No,
Etsy.
no. In fact, whilst under the influence of alcohol, Adam joined the Rocket Railway Club for model railways. And the free gift was this delightful little car, which, as you can see, says Snibston on it. Now, Snibston Discovery Park was the one good thing about Colville, and the Tories obviously closed it and tore it down because it celebrated our mining heritage. And it hurts my heart every time because it was like the best place. And like, I went there like all the time as a kid, and I did my work experience there, and it's like the best place, and it's gone now. But now I've got a coal truck with Snibston on it in the correct font. And Adam can go to the railway exhibition for free with his membership card.
I want you to try and guess what membership number I am.
Yeah, it's written on it in Sharpie.
No, it's not that sad. It's not that sad.
3.
No, it's not. Again, like yeah.
No,
So
but
these are proper cards. Like
Yeah, look at it.
345.
higher or lower?
17.
It's 7.
17.
Which is somehow so much sadder than it being 1 or 3.
Yeah.
So,
I'm really
Rail-
excited about it.
So,
Adam, I'm
Rail-
intrigued because first thing I'm thinking is I think the four of us should all join. So we can be 18, 19, 20 and 21.
You get a Snibston loco. You get a Snibston carriage. Sorry.
How much is it, Adam?
£30 for the year. And I only did it because I knew that Hannah would love that wagon.
That could buy me half a PlayStation game.
Yeah,
I do love you all, but not £30 worth.
yeah.
Of
Oh,
love.
Dave's doing it.
Yeah.
Thing is,
Also,
Dave,
you get with it that cool ruler.
you get a ruler which
No.
tells you about the speed scale and stuff.
No,
So
you're
I
not
did it.
selling it.
I did this as like a drunken act of like, oh, that's quite nice. Hannah would appreciate this. And also, I get funny emails about trains. Everyone's happy. I made the mistake of telling people who are impulsive.
Yeah.
And since then, I've been like, oh, have you got railway stuff? I was like, yeah, back home. Get it. In your house.
Yeah.
Your office is going to be full of trains. I've bought a hat. I've bought a tire conductor's hat, is what my friend has done.
We were at our friend Sophie's, and she was like really excited about it, and I was like, I'm only going to play with the trains if I hat, and she immediately ordered one and has got it now with a little peak on it. Because she is like somehow more ADHD than I am. She's like way more impulsive than I am somehow. It's great.
Would anybody like a tidbit?
A tidbit,
Would
yeah.
you like
Yeah.
a tidbit? So, in an early draft of Curbs, Tony was a proper railway enthusiast.
Aww.
Oh,
But then I'll change it because I thought it didn't really offer a lot to the. Like, it was nice for me, but in sort of the grand. And there was a lovely joke about the Great Western Railway being known as the holiday line because obviously it's on the coast. And then they went, so does that mean it's full of old white Tories?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
But ironically, that was also the response I got in early readings.
oh.
Probably why it went. Which is fine because we live and learn.
I've got an impulsive purchase.
Yeah.
So my daughter started work. She's been doing a degree, and she's just started her first job. So she's had her first pay packet. So as you can imagine,
That's exciting.
your first pay packet, you're like, we have to go uptown and buy all of the things.
Yep.
And we went into Forbidden Planet.
Obviously.
Fee went, oh, look at this. I might get this. And I looked at it and went, I'm buying that. And I know Adam's not going to like it. Because Adam doesn't like these. And I don't really. But I had to buy this one. It's a Funko Pop of Edgar Allan Poe.
Oh, look at his little tash.
Little sad mouth.
I mean,
And he's holding a raven.
Oh.
It's a £10.
I quite like that.
£10, that cost me, Adam. That
I'm
is
not sure
a
that
third. That's a third of the membership.
The Rocket Railway Club membership.
I'm not sure that looks like Edgar Allan Poe. Looks more like remember the actor in The Artist, the film.
Oh
Fucking-
yeah.
What?
It does look like him.
with the little dog.
The
I was
silent
going to go
film.
for like Gomez Adams.
Yeah, it's got big Gomez vibes.
He's got a raven.
But Poe himself has got big Gomez
Actually,
vibes. So
with that hair, it could also be Max Kilman.
Or Johnny Depp.
Me and Edgar Allan Poe have got
that's,
the same birthday. Little tidbit.
That
for you.
makes a lot of sense.
Is this where you get your gothy vibes from?
Would you say you're as existential as Edgar?
I think I'm too tired to be that existential. Generally, like if I had any energy, I'd probably think more about stuff. But
who do you think went out the house more, you or Edgar?
As Stevie Wonder once sang, as Stevie Wonder once sang, you're a part-time existential.
yeah.
Yeah.
You're just a part-time existential.
Because it's also the same birthday as Dolly Parton, so that's quite a combination.
Oh, I
that's
love
good.
Dolly.
Everyone loves Dolly.
Saint Dolly.
You can even not like
a
her music.
Christmas film with Dolly in it.
Nope.
Is there a Christmas
film?
film
Oh,
with Dolly?
yes.
in it?
Yeah, and Christine
Something like-
Baranski.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She
Something
also
like
did Christmas in the Square, didn't she?
Isn't she like an angel or something? She's like the Christmas angel or something.
She is an
like that.
angel, yes.
Mm.
Like, I do not trust people who don't like dogs and don't like Dolly Parton.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can,
Or
can
don't
not
have a
like
Tom
her
Hanks
music.
film that they genuinely enjoy.
Oh,
Like Toy Story. If you don't genuinely enjoy Toy Story, yeah.
but what
Yeah.
would you say if someone went, oh, I do, there's a Tom Hanks film I love and it's Bachelor Party?
You know what?
You're allowed to be wrong.
Yeah, you're allowed to be wrong, but at least you like a Tom Hanks film.
I mean, he was in Saving Private Ryan. There's always going to be something there, isn't there? Like I say, Toy Story, Green Mile, Road to Perdition. Yeah.
Even if you
Black.
turn around and said Cloud Atlas, I'd be like, but at least it's the Tom Hanks film.
I haven't seen
Does
it. I keep
anybody
meaning
here-
to watch it.
Does anybody here listen to the recently defunct podcast, but now recently brought back Commode and Mayo's film review?
I love it on. I listen to it on Radio 5 all the time. I've not heard the podcast.
So a couple of years ago, they did a segment that was sort of brought on by I don't know, someone like there's a film where Tom Hanks sort of was surrounded by water. And someone emailed in going, actually, there's quite a few films where Tom Hanks is either in or surrounded by water, and this went on for weeks. People, so it's Splash, Sully, Saving Private Ryan,
Captain Phillips.
Captain Phillips, Castaway.
Castaway.
That is quite a lot, isn't it?
Apparently that's a proper thing, and Dave looks like he's going to cry, so I'll stop.
No, it's just. I mean, considering 2/3 of the planet is water, I think most actors are going to have had some of their CV surrounded by water.
Well, you've really pissed on me chips here, are you?
That's the other thing we need to do is I want to have some of these like what are they called, the fancy chips.
Yellow chips. That's not how they make them yellow.
West Midlands chips.
Yeah.
No,
we don't.
I know.
We don't we on them.
No, but it's just the word chips made me remember that I'm hungry, and then I thought, when am I going to get some of these orange chips? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you could have had some last week when you came over to the arena.
I mean, to be fair, we were pretty useless last week.
Oh, that
I don't know
was
if you
brilliant.
remember. But,
that was brilliant.
So they did. You know how we spent the last 3 years complaining we don't get enough viewers? They can't finally found the reason why. During the plug section of Arena Collaborative Theatre Makers last week, there was basically a room full of 30 people, maybe a little less. And this sort of went on for about 20 minutes. This segment where people just plug stuff they've got on. Not one of us thought it was a good idea to mention.
Not one.
That we do the Twitch stream every
Not
week.
one of us. Not one of us.
Out of all of us. And then at the end, Mike was just laughing. And we're like, what are you laughing about? And he's like, like, there's 30 people here. And we didn't think to go, oh, hey, up, we've got a podcast as well.
We are useless.
Yeah.
But, you know, I keep saying it. I don't like the fact that we should promote it. I think people should find it purely by accident. I think you only deserve to see anything I'm involved with if you've sought it out.
Yeah, it's kind of like pulling the sword from the
marketer's worst nightmare, Dave.
Yeah.
I think that if they know about it, they know. If not, I don't want them.
You're like those people who walk around Edinburgh wearing only their placard that promote their own thing, like no clothes except for that.
No. I'm like the people who walk around Edinburgh carrying flyers for other people's shows in the vain hope that by handing a flyer for someone else's show, they'll say, "Oh, you look like a moderately sensible human being. Are you doing a show?"
No. Dave is the sort of person who walks around Edinburgh with his show printed on a T-shirt and a zipped-up jacket.
Yeah.
And
we can end the podcast
you can only come to see my show if you bump into me in Edinburgh and happen to say, "Oh, it's quite warm, even for Edinburgh. Why have you got your jacket zipped up?" And I go, "You're right. Oh, have you got a show?" It's only if there's that level
that specific encounter.
Otherwise, I don't want you at the show.
Yeah.
You can fuck off.
It's like the equivalent of those that are shaped like washing machine repair shops or whatever, or like a bit that you have to know the door to knock on 3 times, and then it's like secretly a pub. Yeah.
I've
I
seen
can't be bothered. Like, I'm not going to search you out.
Talk amongst yourselves while I just find a photo of one of those very places.
Okay.
It's pressure now.
Up to much this week, are
Does
we?
he want us to be entertaining as well as?
Found it.
Oh,
Thank God for that.
Yeah. You're like,
Yeah, I love
I'd
it.
like to get my Hoover serviced. Oh, no, wait. I'll have to buy a Long Island iced tea instead.
What if you genuinely need your Hoover serviced?
I'd be raging.
What if I've turned
I've lugged
up
this
with
all
my
the way
Hoover?
here. They're heavy.
This one hasn't even got wheels on it.
There's no parking out the front. I've carried it all the way from the pay and display.
And I'm not
Got
sure.
a sofa that needs vaccine.
And I'm not
Can't
sure.
even take for a cocktail because I'm driving because I brought the car because it's got me Hoover in it.
And I'm not sure whether I've put enough money in the machine or whether the machine's worked. And it's printed me a ticket, but there's lines through it, and I think the warder's going to look at it and just go, "That's not valid," and give me a
There was
ticket.
broken glass on the floor, so I'm going to go back to a flat tire probably.
Yeah. While I'm here, can I have a pint and a packet of scratchings?
Oh, love scratching.
Me too. I've got 2 packets of them in the cupboard, and I can hear them.
Nice.
Great.
What are they saying?
They're going, "Eat me, Stephanie."
They're very formal.
Yeah.
Yeah, they framed you.
We only have a sophisticated scratching in this house.
There's no such thing as a
The one with the
sophisticated
wearing the top
scratching
hat
stuff.
and the monocle.
Oh, they come in a plastic tub.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Not even a packet.
Steph,
Not
Steph,
even a packet.
One of those ones
scratchings.
where the branding. One of those ones where the branding name ends in the word company. And they're all like, they was shot on Dragon's Den. They're all
They
like,
came
they're
as
always
like
called,
a pack of 3 with 2 little beers.
yeah. The name's always like the name's always like the drunken snack company. Yeah, we're
I don't know
hipster.
I don't know what it's called, but there was a smoky bacon scratching,
Yeah,
a
I've tried
traditional
them.
scratching, and a salt and vinegar scratching. And honestly, the
Yep,
salt and
I know the
vinegar
ones you mean.
was so salty and
Yeah.
vinegary that I was dehydrated for about 3 days.
Amazing.
You'd be angry if they weren't the other way. Like, be like,
Yeah, I know, but like, Jesus Christ, I got through this tub and I genuinely didn't know how I was going to make it. But they were
I was
so
thinking-
good that I couldn't stop.
Yeah,
Look,
that's what I want
look.
from a snack.
Yeah,
I want it to
Yeah,
hurt
like,
me.
these are really, really good, but I am worried for my own life right now.
I
But
had the same
also,
conversation
nom,
this
nom,
week
nom.
with
Yeah.
Heather and Kirsty where I was like, no, I want my salt and vinegar crisps to be painful. I want them
Yes.
to be so vinegary and salty that I'm in pain when they're.
Somebody at work bought me a packet of mini cheddars, but they weren't normal mini cheddars. They were like a specific, I can't even remember what specific cheese they were, but like
Gruyere?
They were-
Leicester ones
they were the
now.
cheesiest. The red Leicester, that was it.
Yeah.
They were the cheesiest mini cheddars I've ever
They even
eaten.
make the packet look more cheesy,
Oh,
don't they? It's like more
and,
orange.
like,
Yeah.
Because we were talking about something, I can't remember what we were talking about, and I said, "Oh, I bloody love a mini cheddar," and I do. Mini cheddar.
Bloody love a mini cheddar.
Sometimes, like, it's just what you
Sometimes.
need.
Sometimes my life is falling apart so much that a mini cheddar is the only thing that keeps me going, Dave. Because I bloody love a mini cheddar.
I
It's
bloody
a
love
really
a mini cheddar.
satisfying snack.
I'm
And on
having
that
a tough time. Mini cheddars are the glue in which is holding my life together. Like,
Steph.
Mum and Dad are at Astor. I'm gonna text them. Look, you only
next
live
day,
once.
God
You
love
only
this
live
girl.
once.
She turned up and she went, "I found these," and just presented me with a little bag of red Leicester mini cheddars. And I nearly wept. Right? I was like, oh, and then I sat in reception, just like, I love mini cheddars, man.
I bloody love mini cheddar.
Like some crack whore for mini cheddars. Like, if I hadn't been in company, I'd have ripped open that packet and licked it clean. That's how good those mini cheddars were. They blew my freaking mind.
They're so good.
They're really good mini cheddars.
Sometimes only a mini cheddar will do. Yeah.
When I was working, oh, go on, Mike.
Just update. I text my mum. I want mini cheddars, but because I thought I sounded a bit too harsh, I just added a little kiss.
Not just any mini cheddars.
Just to soften the blow.
You want red Leicester mini cheddars? Don't back down. Like, have the best or not at all.
And if they haven't got a mic, they can go somewhere else. They've got a car. They can drive round until they find red Leicester mini cheddars.
Asda's open 24 hours, and I might go and get red Leicester mini cheddars after this.
If you do, eat them all in one fucking go because you deserve
like all the multi-pack.
No, I'm thinking like just have you ever like a crisp sandwich but with mini cheddars?
Oh,
Is that
I'm
too
worried
decorative?
about the texture element of that.
no,
Yeah, but I think
no.
That would suck all the moisture out of your body.
Do you know what I think would be good? A mac and cheese with red Leicester mini cheddars crumbled on top.
Like a crust.
Oh.
So we've gone very fast show suddenly.
Very, very drunk.
Do I have to
9:05.
drive to
What the
Tesco?
fuck?
What?
When I was working
Do I go to Tesco after this?
yes. When I was working in
Steph, you don't
distribution,
live that far away from me, do you?
Do you want me to drop you off on the way? Do you want me to pick you up?
Push them through the little letterbox.
Road trip.
and I mean, Steph,
Yeah.
Steph, if you're going to Mike's, you may as well come
I
by
might as well
Mike.
get you on the way. Fuck it, let's go and Asda in Leicester. I'll get everyone.
Yes.
One day we could do
I'll
a
meet you at
midnight-
Foss Park in 25 minutes.
How fast do you think I drive?
I mean,
One week
I'll
we
be there in 20.
we do a midnight stream where we just shop for
We're
snacks.
all in the car just snaffling me.
mini cheddars.
Life's okay again. Life's okay.
like 5 mini cheddar doggers.
That's it. Yeah, we park up.
She likes the mini cheddars.
Park up in some dodgy car park. We're all there with mini cheddars, and you look out the window and like, there's people just standing there looking at you, going,
We're like,
"What are we supposed to be?"
Go away, they're not mini cheddars.
you can't have one.
Not coming here to share. Yeah, when I worked in distribution, one of the factories that we delivered to was next door to the place where they make pork scratchings.
Oh.
So you could buy a big bag of pork scratchings for £1.
Oh.
So we used to send the drivers, and like they'd come back with about 15 bags. We'd all have one, and it was a very low point in my life. And I was living on my own in a bedsit that was really cold and horrible.
Surrounded by
and for
pork scratchings.
For about 2 meals, I was eating pork scratchings, just thinking my life is over.
Oh,
Fantastic.
I can hear a car and I've got no response for the text.
Right.
No.
So,
I'm telling you now, Mike, if you don't stand your ground and as they come to the door go, you step no further and there says mini cheddars in that bag, then you have no authority in that household.
What happens if no one agrees to help me?
Then
get
you
it?
run them over and you send them back and you tell them on that journey back to think about what they've done.
Sometimes, Steph, you got to pick your battles.
This is one of them, Mike.
Oh.
Yeah, you have,
one of
Mike, and this is
You
one
know
of
what? I barricade the door, just reverse the chair up to the door, and then shout through the letterbox, have you bought the mini cheddars? No, we're not coming in. Off you pop.
I see a bag. I see a bag on the kitchen table.
Has he got mini cheddars in, Mike?
Oh,
Can you smell it?
Karen, have you got mini cheddars?
Karen. Karen.
He's pushing his fucking luck, isn't he? Next, we're referring to the help.
Mike, if they haven't got mini cheddars, Mike, just look at them and go, I'm disabled. Play the card, Mike. Play the card.
You don't realise that if I do that, they're more likely to look back at me and go, "We fucking know." I fear the Sans mini cheddars.
That is the saddest thing that's happened on this
If
podcast.
if they come into your room, Mike, with Monster Munch, send them packing.
Honestly.
Oh, it depends what Monster Munch though. Because
then I'm willing to forgive.
Pickled onion, then
Monster Munch are great. That revelation.
Like the or the flaming hot. I can take or leave pickled onion.
No.
Now, pickled onion, that's one of them, isn't it? Pickled onion, where some of this pickled onion has to hurt.
Yeah. It's got to be painful. Yeah.
Got to get you there, hasn't it? In the gels.
We've spoken about this before on the podcast, but I'm still not completely over vanilla flavoured Monster Munch.
Oh God, no.
It's a low point.
Absolutely not.
I feel like someone in their marketing team was on their last day and went, "No, I'm gonna fuck the whole company."
Yeah, dropped it in on their way out, like, "See you later."
Yeah.
It's probably Elon Musk on work experience.
Somebody evil.
Elon Musk doesn't work.
For his notorious work experience week in Monster Munch Inc.
Mike, we need to know: is there any Mike foods?
What, you eating disabled people? Are you, Dave?
Mike. Have they actually got you? Have they got you some mini cheddars, Mike, or are you just going to have to eat the scraps off the table?
I think what I have got though is cornettos.
Which one?
Oh, that's good.
Which ones? You're so fussy.
Another thing I've not told you about happened this week.
Mike. Which cornetto?
No, it wasn't cornetto. It's Viennetta. But not just any Viennetta, ladies and gentlemen of the internet. Viennetta on a stick.
What?
Look at the box.
Hannah, I'll
Steph.
be at yours in 20 minutes.
Right, let's wrap this up. I gotta get to Tesco.
Yeah, come on.
Steph, are you coming to pick me up?
I'm coming. I'm genuinely considering it.
Damn straight. I'm really tired. I'm really tired and I need to sleep. But there's Viennettas on a stick.
My fucking life. What the
Right. Look.
What,
normally we'd send our one viewer on a raid. We're not going to.
But I think it's me.
We're not going to, because you shouldn't be going to watch anyone else on Twitch. You should be going to the shop to get Viennettas on a stick.
Yeah.
So we'll be back next week. Say bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone.